like 5'6", a good 180 pounds. You know, I'm a cute girl, not ugly. I like to snack and hold hands and snuggle. I like to have fun and laugh and smoke, you know. I don't know why it's so hard to find somebody in 2025. I'm 54, about to be 55 years old. I don't know. I do hang out with people, but I get ghosted all the time, which is really not that great or whatever. But yeah, it's cuffing season, so it'd be nice to have somebody to snuggle with and hold hands with and do some activities with over these winter months. But I don't know. It's really hard to find somebody. Dating in 2025 is really garbage, really. I don't know. I never give up, but, you know, I mean, I do try, but I don't know. I want to give up, but I don't know. See ya.
Oh, snap, fam. Was it just me, or did that sound like a used car salesman? Yeah, it's like bucket leather seats, you know, maybe the paint is chipped and cracked in like maybe 1 or 2 dozen places. It's got about 300,000 miles on it, and the warranty's been expired for like a couple of decades now, but it still runs pretty good. It purrs like a kitten. Listen, Queen, let me just tell you. You said you're 54, and you would like a good man. Are you trying to tell the entirety of TikTok, by extension the entirety of the internet, that in 54 years you did not find a good man? In 54 years you were not married, you didn't have the thing that you're looking for? Or did you have it, you got divorced, and then you had to go out and find yourself? And you can't understand, oh why aren't the men out there in modern dating rushing over to snuggle up with your roast beef? I mean, dang, fam, they don't know what they're missing. All the gray and silver hair in more than one place, all the mileage, all the baggage, all the trauma, all willing to cozy up with you so you can keep her warm during these winter months. Man, it's like the gift that keeps on giving. I guess you modern men are just so blind you can't see a real good woman in front of you. What's wrong with all of you? Why aren't you willing to share your resources this late in life? She's worth it because she's not gonna settle. Before we move on, I want to say thank you, fam, to all of my subscribers for supporting this channel. I truly appreciate all of you who leave comments, who like my videos, and share them on other social media platforms. I truly gotta say thanks, fam. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be here. And for those of you who haven't subscribed yet, I thank you for tuning in, and I hope you decide to hit that subscribe button. Moving on!
I'm just a lonely single mom, and it would like make my day a million times better if somebody could just drop a hello.
Being single is fine, but when you your whole face up, I wish I had someone to tell me that I'm pretty, because I feel ugly and stupid, but mostly stupid.
Dear future husband, I went to church again today alone. I don't know about you, but I'm praying God allows me to find you, or you find me soon, because honestly, I can't wait until the day we can start going to church hand in hand for the rest of our lives. Missing you. And I'm still praying for you. Love you.
Hi. So, I guess you guys don't really watch all of my videos and really watch all of my content, because I absolutely love all of you guys on TikTok, and you're like, oh, that's a lucky man, blah, 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 blah. Gentlemen, I'm single. And I'll remain single, because there is not a man alive that can handle all of this. Fact.
Sorry. The voices.
All right, this is one hell of a collection of queens we have here. The first one, we got that lonely single mom with the puppy and the puppies trying to thirst trap the first dude out there to say hi to her. As in, she wants your resources to say hi to her. And that second one gave herself a black eye along with that nose ring and wants a guy to tell her that, you know, she's beautiful. She calls herself stupid, but she just needs you strapping modern day men to get into her DMs and tell her that she's the most gorgeous thing ever. Black eye and everything. Even though she looks like she went 3 rounds with Mike Tyson. It don't matter. Be a gentleman. I.e., women don't want to hear the truth. They want a comforting lie. And then you got that third one that she's looking for a husband 3.0 to share the rest of her lives. I mean, obviously she couldn't share the rest of her lives with husband 1.0 and 2.0, but 3.0, you know, third time's a charm. And her sell point is, yes, we're going to be going to church together. And this girl has said it before. I've had my male viewers like type into the comments and some emails I received. The modern day churches, in the US at least, are designed to tailor towards lonely single mothers or lonely single women. Like this queen, where they use shaming tactics from more than one angle to get you to get with a good woman. So the only question is, well, are you going to be divorced 3.0? Get on that, gents. That good woman's waiting for you. Oh, but the cream of the crop was that fourth one, the last one. As she said, gentlemen, listen up now. She is single, and she's going to remain single because there is not one of you out there that can handle all of that. I mean, she just laid down a challenge. Who's stepping up? Here's a clue. This gorilla's not. No, thank you. One thing that's always fascinated this gorilla is how women believe that saying to a man, you have to handle this, somehow translates into, oh, he's going to step up to the challenge and try to handle me. Listen, lady, I don't know what you're thinking, but most men, especially men in the age range that you're looking for, are not looking for a queen to handle. They want peace and quiet. You look like a bunch of problems in more ways than one. So the only thing they're going to handle is the door on their way out. Moving on.
Guess it just comes with being a woman, but I didn't really think that I'd be treated as if I was only good for one thing. So if you're one of those guys, like, it's not always fun in the first few comments just to be like, hey, yeah, wanna mess around? I'll do this, triple X to you. Some of us pretty girls are actually good people. So you're making it pretty tough to think that we're worth more than just that.
You know, Queen, you had this gorilla going. I was listening to everything you were saying, but you kind of tripped up at the moment you said, some of us pretty girls. And you had me looking at the video trying to find the pretty girl you're talking about. And then I realized, oh, snap, she's talking about herself. Okay, before you start making a video talking about how men this and that, you may want to stop and take a dose of reality, as in, you should like rephrase that to us mid-girls. And I'm being very generous here. If you don't think so, read the comments section. Most of my male viewers will tell you this is a generous gorilla. Anyway, you're being put in the for fun only category, and this is hurting your feels. Obviously, you're crying a little bit, and you're doing something not advisable, as in recording a video while you're driving. You shouldn't really be doing that. Yeah, that's not safe. Anyway, let me tell you something, Queen. You see, the problem is twofold. The first part, I already said it. You really don't know where you stand on the totem pole because, trust me, you're on the lower mid section of the totem pole at best. And number two, obviously, if you believe that you're a super pretty girl, this tells this gorilla that you are going for the top 20% men because you think you're at that level. And the top 20% men, they're just looking at you and they're like, ha! And they're going to treat you like if it was Pawn Stars. You want a relationship? 2 pound town is best I could offer. Oh well. Moving on.
Good morning. How you doing? Did you sleep okay? So I just watched a video. I'm sitting here eating my homemade bread, toast, whatever. And I'm sitting here watching TikTok because I've already been to the gym. I've cooked my lunch for the day. And I watch this young lady. And if I had to take a gander, she was probably in her early 20s. And she's talking about dating in 2025 and the problem with men. And so I listen because I'm like, she's in a different age bracket than me. I wonder what her problem is with men, right? I start listening and she starts it off with 4 men disappointed me this past weekend. And I'm thinking, what has 4 men lined up for dates? That's where my mind goes. So then I continue to listen, and she talks about these men and their issues. I typically never comment on stuff like this, but I had to say, young lady, it sounds like you are the problem, not the men. It's not the men that are the problem. The men are like putting forth effort, and you just don't like their effort. And you're ghosting them. Like, I don't understand. So anyway, I want to say what I think is the problem. And it's not with men. It's with everyone. Male, female. Doesn't matter how you go politically. Doesn't matter how you are religiously. It's every person in this dating world today. The internet has made it way too easy. The internet has made it way too easy to find somebody better, to keep looking. Back before I had babies and I was single and I was in my late teens, early 20s, when you met somebody, you actually had to put forth effort, and you had to pick up the phone and you had to call them. You had to ask them out on a date. You had to, and there was no, like, we didn't have cell phones, you know, so you had to, like, trust and know that if you made a date and you didn't want them to pick you up at your house and you were meeting them somewhere that they were going to show up. But back then, most of the time, the men just picked you up because that's what we did. And you were concentrating on one person. And that man was concentrating, I mean, if they were a decent one, they were concentrating on one person as well. Today, it's just too easy. There's dating apps, there's social media pages, there's TikTok, there's Face page, there's Insta, whatever you want to call it. All this stuff. And it just makes it way too easy. That's what I think the problem with dating in 2025 is. It's not that the men are bad or the women are bad. It's that there's way too many options out there. And the only way that you're going to be able to concentrate and focus on one person is if you don't have all those options out there in front of you. I don't know. What do y'all think? Just my thoughts. Y'all have a good day.
All right, you know what, fam? This elderly post-war queen actually had a good point. She was going well in her first minute when she was talking about this young lady she's referring to on the tiki-takis, as she's putting it, that she's like roster dating and she had like 4 men in one weekend. And she did point out that the young lady was wrong. And I'm like, okay, this girl is giving you credit here, Granny. You're doing great for a multi-decades post-war queen here. It seems you're a little bit awake, but then you dropped the ball later. Why? Because you said, okay, well, the problem isn't men and women. The problem is the internet, and it's just too easy to get someone better. Correction, queen. It's too easy for women to practice active hypergamy in real time. Because let's be honest, the only men that are out there doing a roster, multi-dating, they just pack it on the women, are the top 20% of men. You know who they are. They're like the guys who are handsome and over 6 feet tall, or they got money, they have a lot of possessions, they have like a career that women see and they're like, oh damn, I gotta get some of that, or they got a lot of clout. Although there are several factors in there are not too many men who achieve these factors. And the ones that have 2 or 3 of these factors going, you know that they have a roster. That's maybe the top 20% of men. And it could be argued that it's less than that, maybe 15% or as low as 10%. Hell, in my comments, there are guys that will argue that it's less than 5%. The point is, that's the rarity. But women, mids, they get gassed up on the internet. They make one profile on a dating app, and then you got like 200 thirsty dudes hitting her up. Bam, 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 bam. So she's thinking, OMG, I am not a 4, I'm a 9. And I'm not going to settle because I know what I deserve. Now, it's kind of funny when she also said that back then you had to put in effort. Why do you stop trying to make it so gender neutral? Say what it is. Men had to put in the effort back in the day before the internet. Men had to have a pickup game. They had to check several boxes just to be able to come up and talk to you. Now, with the automation of dating apps, it's made it a lot easier for the top tier guys. Made it harder for the average guys. And when you're saying that there's a problem, it's amazing how we can point out the problem, but we can't come up with a solution, now can we? Why? Because the solution is simple. Women have to realize that they are nowhere near as valuable as they think they are. But as simple as that solution is, women will never do it because that's like asking them to take accountability, i.e. Superman, embrace the kryptonite. Before you ladies come after me to slam me and say, oh, why are you always slamming on women? Why can't you say that men aren't as valuable as they think they are? Because if you've been watching my videos for more than 5 minutes, you would have figured out already that I have told all of my male viewers, they have to upgrade their game. They have to make themselves attractive to women. Women, you are born with like all your upgrades up front. Bam. Men, they have to go through the trials and tribulations of life and earn their upgrades. But once they're earned, they just keep going up in value. You ladies believe that, oh, well, if I'm beautiful at 18, I'm beautiful at 28, beautiful at 38, beautiful at 48. No. Think of it as you're beautiful at 18 and you got the Kia warranty going. Maybe you can stretch that out 10 years, and at the end of the 10 years, factory warranty's up, there's no extended warranty. Unfortunately for you queens, your bodies reflect your fertility rates, i.e., the emptier your carton gets, the less men are interested.
Fatality. Flawless victory.
I'm just saying, if you enjoy this audit, click on the video in the end screen for more content. If you would like to support the channel, please follow the link in the description to donate to our beer fund, or like, subscribe, and share this video on other social media platforms. If you agree or disagree with anything about this audit, please let us know in the comments. I'm going to leave this audit right here. I'll see all of you in the next episode.